Hi, everybody.
Hey, welcome to a new episode of Two in the Bush. Man, this is a new and improved episode. We're on Podbean. Okay, guys, you don't have to go to YouTube anymore. You can go to Podbean. I can't remember what the actual address is for that,
Oh
but just
no.
oh my god, I'm not prepared. You go to Two in the Bush Pod. Okay, that's TWO2. Two in the Bush Pod .podbean.com. And you're going to have our shit. It's going to be right there.
Rock on.
You can do it on
I'm so
mobile.
lit up.
You can do it online. You can do it on your computer. You can, somehow it's going to be on iTunes. I don't know what we have to do to make that work, but I got to look into the options. That's going to happen. Of course, we're still going to be on YouTube. So you can go there. Check out our Twitter, which is
At Two in the Bush Pod.
TWO2, and our Facebook, which is
Facebook.com/Two in the Bush Pod.
TWO2. And don't forget to, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can post those on Podbean. You can post those on Twitter. You can post those on Facebook. You can even email us directly at, where the hell our email address?
twointhebushpod@gmail.com.
I think that's the number 2 for the email. Two in the bush. I tried to keep it uniform, but hey, not all dreams can come true. But Jesus Christ, you love us, you like us, goddamn, tell everybody about us, because this is what we're doing.
Desperate for attention and approval.
That's what we're doing. More that is probably the truest thing we've ever said on the show. Goddamn, we got one new like on the Facebook this week.
Hell yeah.
So if you're listening to this,
Maria
come back.
Goddard, this is a shout out to you.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say her last name? We probably have to bleep that up.
I think it's okay. She hit the like button. She's listening to this.
That's public.
She's gonna tell all of her friends about it. Goddamn.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, listen, this is kind of a rebirth, a born again type situation,
A renaissance
of sorts. Just to kind of remind you what this show is about. We just come on here and we talk about whatever.
Maybe topics of interest.
You got a goddamn dog in there?
Personal stories. Yeah, sorry. My roommate came home with her super adorable dog, Waffles. He is an Australian Shepherd Corgi mix. And he's very sweet, but he's just kind of vocal. So, like, when someone else comes over or when he gets home, he just gets really excited and he barks a lot for, like, 2 minutes and then he settles.
Well, it's all right. We love dogs here in the bush, so...
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, we're
what's on the before we went on the air, we were talking about assholes, and man, do I have an asshole for you? I was perusing the internet earlier today, looking for some content.
You've got an asshole for me?
Well, speaking of assholes, do I ever? Well, I got a couple. Actually, I have a couple stories that could apply to this. I read recently. Oh, let me pull this up for all of our listeners. Now, have you ever dined and dashed?
No, but I was sorely tempted to when one time we had to wait at Village Inn for like an hour for our checks to be collected because their power went out and we all had credit cards.
Ooh, goddamn! I'll tell you what. If you go to any of those breakfast places, you're fucked. You're gonna want to dine and dash at some point. I went to IHOP last weekend, about 2:30 in the morning.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah, I was already 2 shits to the wind. And step on in there, and the place is moderately full. It's not too bad for a 2:30 a.m. type situation. Get the table, get the drinks. Waitress disappears. She never comes back.
At all?
No, I don't. I mean, we're talking maybe about 20 minutes. We flag down the manager. We're like, fuck, we want to order. He's like, I'll take your order. We get that. And then the waitress comes back and gives us the drinks now. And we're like, okay, that's weird. Then she disappears. And she brings the food out, and the food's fucking disgusting. But whatever. It's 2:30 in the morning at IHOP in the fucking hellhole suburbs of Chicago. And then she disappears again. Hey, I don't ask for a lot. Listen, I understand the plight of the tipped worker, and please never put me in that corner where I have to give you a small tip or whatever, because it's such a heartbreaking decision to make. But I never got the refill. She never came back. She disappeared. All she did was bring the drink. She brought the food. Never seen her again. Hey, maybe she's having a bad day. I don't know what happened to her.
But damn.
But the point is, it was not a good situation. She got a bad tip, but she did get a tip. I feel guilty about it. But she didn't service us. It was a bad deal for everyone. Maybe she's having a bad day. She would have communicated that to me. Maybe I'd been like, hell, you're having a bad day, sweetheart. Let me give you a fucking tip here nonetheless. But yeah. I don't know why I was going with this story.
That's
no. I would never say that. That's the vodka speaking.
I know you just.
I would never say that.
Oh wait, so now alcohol is an excuse for being a sexist pig.
Whoa, this has gotten very confrontational out of nowhere.
You heard it here, folks.
Well, let me say this. I would never say that in person. I was trying to illustrate the story.
So you just say it behind her back.
I do. And I have a lot of bad things to say about her back. She didn't do her job well.
About her back.
Her back.
Her spine is crooked.
Crooked. She may have scoliosis. Didn't look too good. Bad posture, little hunch. And I was like, hey, stand up. I know you got to carry those trays and all that shit. And you got to carry the drinks. But I was like, hey, now you're going to pay for that later in life. Yeah, engage your core. You got to do some crunches. You got to mind your P's and Q's, because, hey, you can't be, fucking hunchbacking every single day of your life. Next thing you know, they can't fit in the fucking coffin because you're fucking all bent up out of shape. Whatever. We got the fucking thing. I got the pancakes. They're fucking gross. I don't know what was going on. I was severely disappointed. We got the food. Whatever. Anyways, the point of the story was, have you ever dined and dashed? You said no. Neither have I. No. I would pull, when I was younger, we would do little games. We would go to the A&W and we'd take the fucking glass mugs, because that was cute and funny. Sure. We would go to, Dairy Queen and steal the fucking posters off the fucking, man, take a drag off that fucking vape.
I did. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We take the fucking posters off the wall from the Dairy Queen. We do all that shit, but I never dined and dashed. That's just kind of a low move. But apparently there's been this guy that is a serial dine and dasher.
Wait, as in he goes and he orders cereal and he dines and dashes, or he does it repeatedly?
All I know is that cereal should be offered at more restaurants. I don't know why that's not a thing.
It is a thing, though, and it's terrible. Like, I've gone to, fucking Perkins or some shit, and they're like, oh, if you'd like a bowl of Raisin Bran or hot oatmeal. And I'm like, I would do that at home. I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and order fucking cereal.
I'm sorry, but I would. If I was at a restaurant and they're like, fuck, we gotta sell on Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take you up on that offer.
I'll pay $3 for a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Well, I would not pay $3 for a bowl of Lucky Charms. I don't buy that shit. Charge. I don't believe in it. I'm not superstitious. Fucking leprechaun, I'm not down with it. And the number one thing is I don't like marshmallows in my cereal. I'm not going to do it. Now, if it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yeah, you got me. Whatever. I'm a mark. But let me bring up fucking Paul Guadalupe Gonzalez. Man, this guy, we know what he would do. You know what his game was?
What was his game?
He'd meet women online. I don't know if this was
okay.
I don't know if this was Tinder or fucking Plenty of Fish or fucking Christian Mingle, or what are the other ones?
Black People Meet, Farmers
Black.
Only, OK Cupid.
Okay,
You can find my profile on all three of those websites. That is blackpeoplemeet.kelsey.com.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's Black People Meet.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know a couple in real life. I'm white, for the record. Like, reluctantly white is how I identify.
We all are.
Yeah. I know people in real life who met on blackpeoplemeet.com. But he's black and she's white. And so the reason that they messaged is because he was pissed that she was on there. And he, like, messaged her and was like, "You're not black. Like, what are you doing here?" And now they're married.
So, is that your game?
That's my game. I'm like, if it worked for her, it could work for me. I'm just a simple white girl.
I was hoping it was Black People Meet, like MEAT.
No, that's porn. But I'm there too, but I don't have my own profile because I'm just a viewer, not a participant. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to see if that's a real website right now. This is going to be a live report. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Black.
I don't want to know.
People meet, MEAT.com. I'm nervous. It's loading. Oh.
Nothing?
Oh. Well, I need the latest version of Flash Player to play audio files in high quality.
That is a virus.
Don't do that.
Listeners,
oh God.
Do not go to blackpeoplemeet.com.
You're going to get a virus. The URL changed like 30 times before it went to that page, and one of them was something.india.com.
Do not... Oh, whoa. Oof, that sounds...
So I'm not trying to throw India under the bus, but y'all are involved in some dark shit.
That's I don't know. I don't know what that's in reference to. Wow, cool. Anyway, I don't think Guadalupe Gonzalez is black, but he could be.
He sounds brown.
He could definitely be. He could definitely be a POC. I'm actually pretty sure he may be. But this guy.
Well, now who's being racist?
I don't know if that. I don't know how that's.
I think he's a 14-year-old Caucasian female.
He does. There's video of him. He does not look like a female, nor of that age. Anyways. No. I'm gonna say no. Okay. Either way, he's facing 16 years in prison because he's been on over 20 dates with 20 different women who he met online, and he skipped out on the checks. He left them with the bill.
Oh my God! What? It would have been cheaper to just pay for the dates.
What? Wait, how? Oh,
how much did he get fined?
Well, I'm assuming much like him. I'm assuming you're not going to get caught.
Yeah, so, that's fair.
It's zero cost. I mean, I don't think most people don't commit crimes under the idea they're going to be caught. I think he thought he was getting away with it. But my question is, did he want, what is this? Is this, he wants to eat for free? Does he is this revenge against women? Like, what's the motivating drive behind this? What do you think?
Well, actually, my heart goes out to this man, Chet, because I think that he has landed himself in a similar situation to several men across the country, which is they don't have an equal chance to succeed in the world of dating as a more well-off man because it costs so much to date women. You got to wine and dine them before you can get nailed, and
trust me, I know.
If he's having to take each one out to dinner and buy her dinner before he can take her home, it really speaks to the income gap, I think. Income inequality in our country.
Perhaps. Now let me ask you this. You're a pretty progressive person. When it comes to picking up the check at a date, where do you stand on that?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm like, look, I don't give a shit who pays for the first date, but the other person pays for the next one is where I'm at. Split that shit, make it equal. If the guy Actually, no. I do care who pays for the first date. You know who pays for the first date?
Who's
Chet, you
that?
know who it is?
I don't know.
It's the person who asks the person on the date.
Oh, is that how it works? So, have you ever paid for a first date meal or first date?
I haven't been on a lot of first dates, honestly. Let me think through.
Well, it should be easy to
Yeah, there wasn't.
remember.
Hang on, there. Well, I'm like going person by person and thinking of whether or not there was a first date. So not with that one. Um, ooh, I
Oh.
did pay for the first date with my last boyfriend, but that's because he drove a very long way to come to the date. And so I was
Mm-hmm.
like, it is fair that I then pay for the date. And it was like just coffee. It wasn't like a meal.
Okay. Got
So
ya.
I did for that one.
Got ya.
And for like, that was someone that I've been talking to for a long time that I knew I liked, but I have gone on a few dates with people that I like barely knew. It was like, hey, I'm on Tinder, you're on Tinder, want to meet? And in that case, I've actually often just paid for my own and he's paid for his own. And I kind of like that system because
Well,
if it's a first date and there's no really grounds, like who knows if you'll go on a second? I rarely have. So then you're not out anything, you're just paying for yourself.
I would feel like a Tinder type date that would be the appropriate course. Um,
Yeah.
huh. What would you say? What was your favorite? What was your favorite first date? um, where was I going?
And why?
What was your favorite first date meal? Not your favorite first date, but the actual
Oh
food
man,
that you
I was
ate.
so excited. I was figuring out what my favorite first date was, dude. I was on it.
Well, I mean, you can tell that story if you want, but I was more interested in the food. But
Well, I don't know if I have a favorite first date, but it made me start analyzing and comparing them, which was kind of a fun journey to go down. But my
well,
favorite
let's do
first
it.
date meal.
Let's
Oh,
do
you
it.
want to do it?
Let's do it
Okay.
for now.
My first date with my high school boyfriend, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure that we went to Quiznos because we were both broke.
Oh, dude, Quiznos.
And
Quiznos is pretty good. They had this kind of like hot. They kind of had this kind of hot sauce that you could put on your sandwich, which I was a big fan of.
sriracha?
I don't know.
No,
say
that
that.
wasn't a thing yet.
Say that again.
Is it sriracha?
Oh,
Sriracha?
I like the first.
Urethra?
The first. Oh, I don't think so. Anyways. So you went to old Quiznos.
Old Quiznos. It was shit. It was a shit date, and it was a shit
Really?
relationship.
Oh.
It's fine.
Well, I mean,
If you're listening to this, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you just then, because you probably have no clue that I was like, it was stupid. But
no, they're not
whatever.
listening. But if you
They're
are
not.
listening to this, please let us know what your
Tell
favorite
your
first
friends.
date was.
Oh yeah, was it ours or probably not?
And, I mean, no, not you. I mean, anyone who's listening to this, let us know what your favorite. What was your favorite first date, or what was your favorite first date meal?
Meal, yeah,
Meal.
either
Meat.
one. We'd love
Did
to
you-
hear back on that.
Your favorite first
Your
date
favorite
meat.
first date black people meet.
No, just meat. I mean, or black meat. I mean, if it happened to be, you know. Anyways, so that's your first date. What's the second one?
So, what was? We didn't really ever go on a date. The next one, we didn't really ever go on a date either because we were already friends. And we just kind of ended up dating, like in a relationship. I don't think we really went on a first date. Then there was my last ex-boyfriend. That was a good first date. Oh, there were a few guys in between that were kind of strange.
Oh yeah.
Those were not dates that I continued by any means. I met up with this girl who was my best friend in elementary and middle school once, and she told me that she secretly had a huge crush on me the whole time, so that might have been a date.
That's hot. I've had so many guys that told me they've had crushes on me. I don't know, and not to sound egotistical. Like, cool. I don't know how to handle that. I know how to handle it. I go, my mom stuck something up my ass once. I kind of liked it, but I'm not really interested beyond that.
I refuse to explore that further. I like women.
Now I've just remembered we didn't record the beginning where I told that story, so that makes no sense.
So everyone is very confused.
So now I feel
All
like
two of them.
I just to save my mom's reputation, I have to say, one time I had hemorrhoids.
She shoved something up my ass when I was 14.
Now, I was not that old. Jesus Christ. I never said my age. I said I was in like 4th grade. Do you think I was fucking 14? I know I sound pretty fucking dumb, but I wasn't.
I've never heard you so upset in my life.
I was I was in 4th or 5th grade, and I had the hemorrhoids, or perhaps an anal fissure. Who's to say? And medication had to be applied. That's all. That's all I'll say.
Applied or inserted?
Inserted and then applied. Anyways, it cured me of all my ailments.
And also any curiosity toward homosexuality. Hey, guess what?
Maybe, I don't know. What? Wait, what?
I figured out my favorite first date.
Okay, what was it? Shoot.
It was so bad. Are you ready?
I'm ready, go.
Okay, so let me set the scene. I'm in my early 20s. I've just graduated from college, just gotten out of a 2-year relationship. And I'm talking to people on Tinder, and this guy messages me, and he seems a little bit strange, and like he might have some baggage, but I'm like, I just need to put myself out there. Sure, I'll meet this guy.
Right on.
So we go to this little Mexican restaurant downtown.
Ooh, Mexican.
And, yeah.
I love it.
And I had been working that day, and I just went home and showered and like left to go on this date real fast. So I was like starving, right?
Right on.
Like, ready to roll.
Got you.
So we get inside and we're talking, and the conversation just seems off for some reason that I can't really place. And we order drinks.
Got you.
And then we get menus, and I suddenly realize why it feels just not quite right. And the issue is that the guy is, rather than having a conversation with me, he's talking at me.
Ooh.
And
yeah.
And he's talking at me about like his divorce and his child and how his life's a wreck, and he's really upset. Oh yeah.
No.
In great detail. And I'm just kind of sitting there like nodding along, listening, trying, and I can't, here's the real issue. You can't look at your menu while someone's telling you about their depression and their divorce, you know?
What?
You gotta like give that your full attention. Oh, you didn't hear it?
Something about he's telling you about his divorce.
Yeah, the thing that's worst about him talking at me is that I couldn't like look at my menu and pretend to listen while he's talking to me. Because you can't look at your menu, when someone's telling you about their depression and their divorce and their child and all this shit. So I'm sitting there, my stomach is just growling. I'm wanting to die because I don't know how to get out of this conversation that is just way too intimate for a first date. And the waitress comes up to us, not exaggerating, I'm pretty sure it was 4 different occasions, to be like, are you ready to order? And he'd be like, no, sorry, we've been talking, I'm not ready to order. And then she'd walk away and he would continue to talk at me. And we never ordered. The waitress finally stopped coming back. She was like, I've had enough of this shit. And I finally, when he was like, we should finally look at our menu and order, I was like, we've been here for an hour and a half and I need to go. And I left.
Sorry, I would have had more of a reaction, but you're cutting out a lot. But it sounds terrible.
Damn it.
Here's the thing. If you're no one wants to hear about your fucking divorce. Why are you talking about that? Because
on a first date.
Yeah, no, like, I don't get it, brother. If you're divorced, I mean, who gives a shit? Either you're DTF or you get the hell out. I don't got time for that. I would have been reading that fucking menu, and I would have been like, sorry, didn't hear you. I'm trying to order fucking food.
Yeah, I'm starving. I just worked all day, bitch.
I just worked all day. You got a divorce. I get it. You got a kid. That's kind of gross. Whatever. etc., etc. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, go to a fucking therapist. Don't go on a date.
Yeah.
Talk about your
Yeah.
fucking whatever. That one that just makes you sound fucking pathetic on so many levels. Like, one, were you not the one who asked for the divorce? Okay, someone's already rejected you and gotten rid of you after they are so committed to have a fucking kid with you. How is that selling me on you? And now I can't even order the fucking food because you're droning on about the fucking bullshit. I don't know. I'm sure he got his life back on track. Far be it from me to fucking criticize anyone, and I'm not. I'm just saying, dude, on a first date, I don't think that's appropriate. And obviously it wasn't. You threw away a great opportunity to fucking drone on about some bullshit. You left a fucking person starving who had worked all day. That's rude.
It was rude. Inconsiderate.
That's fucking inconsiderate. No wonder his wife fucking left him.
Yeah, and no wonder why I didn't go on a second date with you.
Did he ask?
Yeah, he was like, I really enjoyed getting to know you, and I was like, you didn't fucking get to know me because I never spoke. And then he was like, I'm sorry, I probably talked a little bit too much about myself, blah, blah, blah. I want to, like, have the chance to do it better. And I was like, no one could pay me to do that again. Like, absolutely not. I will not.
Ugh.
But then I ran into him at the bar a few months later, and that was awkward.
Whatever. One time I went on a really boring date with someone, and I knew it was boring, like, as it was going on, and knew it should be ending. Yeah. But for some reason, they weren't ending it, and I was like, well, fuck, now I'm not going to... It became like a thing in my head. It's like, well, I'm not going to end it. It's up to them. And then so I kept going, and I was like, oh, God, you should have stopped this. And I was like, well, that's up to... They should fucking stop it. They should know this is just as bad as I know it is. And then finally I ended it, and I was like, well, I got to fucking go. And then I felt bad. Like, I didn't want to just, like, you know, leave it as it was, which I should have done. But, like, I felt... So I wanted to be like, hey, that was a nice lunch. But I got... But not really, like, insincerely. I want to be like, that was a nice lunch. Don't talk to me again.
Yeah.
Which is the message I sent, and she did not talk to me again. So I guess what I'm saying is the feeling was mutual. So actually, it was not that bad of a date because we both knew what was going on. But I felt like, you know, in my ego, not my ego, but because I knew I was aware this wasn't going well and this wasn't going to work. But just for some reason, I was like, well, I'm not going to be the one that says it's over because I don't know, because maybe she's delusional and she thinks it's going good, or I just couldn't commit to being the asshole. So I was just like, I just fucking here forever eating some fucking pita chips with some fucking gross hummus. And I'm like, do you want any? And she's like, no. God. And I'm like, oh my God, now I'm the only one that's ordered food. Oh, this is the worst. And fuck. I think I can't even tell you what the fuck she said, but I was trying to coax information out of her, but because she's probably like, fuck this. And I was like, well, fuck. Anyways, that was my best first date.
I'm glad that we both picked our worst first dates to be our best first dates.
I mean, I don't have a big bench to choose from, so
I don't think I have a big bench either.
I mean,
I want to count now, though. I have this curiosity. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, wow. Pretty good number.
7? Yeah, yep, 7, I think. I think I've had 7 first dates.
One time, I asked this girl for her number, and she gave it to me, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then a couple days later, I went to call her, and the number was disconnected. And I turned to my friend, and I was like, man, can you believe it? Her number got disconnected since she gave it to me.
You sweet, innocent summer child.
And the look he gave me was, oh, I wish I could have captured it.
It was so pitiful.
And immediately it hit, because I'm not an idiot, as the words were leaving my mouth, I mean, as I called and the disconnected thing played in my ear, I was like, okay, that number's disconnected. Did I dial it correctly? I double checked. Yeah, I was like, well, that's her. And then it just came out of my mouth to him. And then as it was coming out, I was like, why did I commit? Why did
Oh.
I commit to saying this? And it came out, and he had the reaction you would expect.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was a story.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, sometimes their numbers just get disconnected before you can reach them, and you never know what
Yeah,
could have
man, what were the odds of that?
Yeah, I know, and what could have been? I bet she was like, I just gave him my number. I couldn't pay the bill. He'll never get a hold of me.
I'm never gonna hear from this hot guy.
Yeah, I mean, I bet she's probably a fucking drug addict right now. Just fucking.
Yeah, dude, you're the one that got away.
I mean, the town I come from, she probably is a drug addict, but
And you probably are the one that got away.
No, not really. She's a very nice girl. Anyways, that could have potentially been a bad first date.
If you're listening, send us an email.
If you're listening, damn, I wish I don't even remember her name. I don't know, but
Wow.
I'll just never forget looking at my friend and be like, man, her number got disconnected. And knowing that I sounded like an idiot before it even left my mouth.
Dumbass.
I was like, why?
Yep.
I was like, well, I can't take that back. And he was like, yeah.
That's happening.
He was nice though. He was like, he's like, yeah, that's. But then of course, I'm too self-aware, so I was like, okay, motherfucker, it's not a bad thing. It's gonna happen all the time. You're not gonna get a number. It's fine. You're gonna ask someone for a number, and you're not gonna get it. So I didn't feel that down about it or anything, but I felt more embarrassed that I made the comment. But whatever, I got over it fairly quickly. But I still remember it because that's honestly what I said, what I felt in that mere second before my actual brain caught up and was like, no, you this
hold up, buddy.
Buddy, what's rationally think about this? But
yeah,
that was cool. That was fun.
So yeah, okay. So this Dine and Dasher didn't want to pay for his dates.
I mean,
so
I think this was this had to be some sort of game. Do you think he was just fucking hungry? I feel like this is some sort of anti-woman, some sort of power trip. I don't know.
Well,
man.
Okay, here's what I need to understand. What do you need to understand? I need to understand if he dined and dashed with the intent not of dashing but of the woman paying the bill, or if he was actually dine and dashing. You know what I mean? Let's go, the date's over. Was he dashing on the woman or on the diner? Is I guess the question in my mind.
Well, I mean, he did both every single time.
So but would he act like he was planning to take care of the bill?
We don't know.
Would he just be like, I'm okay, bye, and then leave the woman sitting at the table? You know what I mean? Did the woman walk out with him? Or
no. He came up with he had a convenient excuse to leave the table. I have to go take a shit.
Oh.
Don't worry, I take long shits. I got constipation a lot. I don't know what his story was. He's like, I'll be in here for a minute. Don't worry about it. And then he was fucking gone.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta call my mother to come over. She's gotta put a fucking hemorrhoidal cream in there. Might be a second. It could have been. Some of these people, they keep their mothers around forever.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you may need some medication applied. I don't know if he did that.
Here's my theory.
What's your theory?
My theory is that it's not I think it's somewhat anti-woman, but I don't think it's that he actually hates women. I think it's just kind of a funny, you always try to make the man pay for the first date. Well, now you're going to have to pay for the first date.
But he would do it over and over.
I think that's what he's going for.
But he wanted to be like, can you pay for this?
Yeah. Yeah. I still stand by that. I don't think that he has a deep, deep hatred of women. But I think he was just like, this would be funny. on a societal lesson teaching level, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
you think it was for humor? You think he was having a laugh over it?
Somewhat humor, but also to get a point across, but just not from such a place of darkness, I guess, as it really truly being anti-women.
Well, I'm going to tell you, he's been charged with 11 felony counts of extortion, 2 felony counts of attempted extortion, 2 misdemeanor counts of defrauding an innkeeper by non-payment, and 1 misdemeanor count of petty theft. So, I mean, this guy, he's facing some hard time.
Okay, we just learned a lot in that moment.
Yeah.
First of all, what we learned was that 2 of the women apparently did not take his shit and didn't end up paying the bill because he was charged with X number of accounts and then 2 attempts. So we have that information. And what else what were the other charges?
Well, we got...
the innkeeper. We learned that he did this shit with hotels as well as restaurants. So we just learned a lot about this guy and just the charges. That's
true. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know how these laws apply and how...
I am an expert, so...
Are you? I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
So what can you offer in an analysis of this?
I just offered you my analysis, asshole.
What? Sorry, you cut out.
I said I just offered you my analysis, asshole.
Oh. Sounds okay.
Oh.
Sorry. He's in big trouble. He's got a fucking bell at $315,000. Take $115,000 times 3, and that's what his bell is. Hey, I've been drinking this vodka cranberry for a couple hours because I was waiting for you to come on. So
I'm sorry, I was delayed. Okay, I was delayed by like 40 minutes though.
I wasn't keeping track, but
not 2 hours.
Did I say 2 hours? Well, I started...
You said you'd been drinking your vodka cranberry for a couple
anyways,
hours.
Hey, our listeners don't need to hear our dirty laundry.
That is our entire show.
The fact of the matter is, this dude, he got over 3,000 high-end steak dinners. 3,000 high-end
3,000
steak dinners.
But he could have done that on his own, like without women. Well, but he stuck it to the women.
It tells me that...
I like it. I like his style.
It tells me he likes steak a lot.
Yeah, and you
3,
know what? I think it tells me something even further.
Huh?
I think it just tells me that he likes not paying for expensive food because, okay, if he had to do it with people that he didn't know.
Right.
And how else do you arrange a dinner with someone that you don't know? A date. That's pretty much the only way that you're ever going to end up eating dinner alone with someone that you've never met before. So the premise has nothing to do with women. It's just about getting free meals.
I would agree. It has something to do with women. I mean, he didn't fuck any of them. I mean, literally. And...
He just literally wanted free meals, and he was like, the easiest way to pin a bill on a stranger is to just do a blind date.
Right.
He's a genius.
Actually, you know what? I'm coming around now. I'm going around to respecting this man now, because one,
yeah,
I do like steak. In fact, I ate some steak today, so, yeah, well, whatever. But, I get it. I know what I'm coming around. This guy may be a modern day folk hero when you really think about it. I mean,
I think it really is.
These restaurants, they're overcharging. These women are always expecting the man to pay. Hey.
But then they want equality after that.
Right. What the heck? I mean, hey, even if he dashed away, maybe you should still pay for it. That makes me think, like, they've got him for these 20 incidents, but there's probably been like 100 more where the women just were just like, fuck it, I'll pay for it.
Yeah, they didn't report.
And it doesn't specify in here I mean, it does say they tried to interview him on camera and he was camera shy. But what if this guy was a fucking entertaining date? What if he was just fucking charismatic and fucking telling some jokes? Fucking she's there fucking choking on her fucking wine the whole time. He's hooking it up. She's all like, this guy's fucking hilarious. I love this guy. I'm gonna man, I'll fucking, maybe we'll fuck or something. And then he fucking disappears. I mean, he may have offered a service nonetheless. He may have gave her a good night.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't have those details. But I don't know if he should be going to prison for 16 years. Apparently that's what he could be facing.
Damn, yeah, that's a lot. And especially if you take into account the gray area of like whose responsibility it is to pay for a date.
Right.
You know? Like, I mean, how can the law determine that he did anything wrong to these women when all that he did was go on a date and not offer to pay, I guess. Like,
I guess it's not so much against the women, it's against the innkeepers and the restaurants.
But if the women ended up paying, like, did the women just also leave?
I think some of them must have. They must have been like, hey, this fucking guy's on a date. You've seen him. He fucking left. I'm not paying for this. It appears to be that some of them did say that. The article doesn't go into that much detail, but that seems to be what I'm reading into it.
See, but if that happened to me, I would pay for the date because I'd be like, restaurant, it's not your fault that I brought in this asshole who just ditched.
Right.
And like, it's always in the back of my mind that I might have to pay for the date anyway, you know? Like, you don't go into a date assuming you're not going to pay anything.
I always do.
Well, that's because
I'm
you can get away with
that was a joke.
Shit.
It wasn't true.
Damn.
Was I? But here he's been.
This brings up a lot of.
It does. I mean, he's been charged with extortion. Now, the extortion attempts. I wonder if that could be basically him making the woman pay for the meals.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to.
Like forcing them.
I don't know. Anyways.
But it was kind of genius because would you ever think that there would be any kind of legal case against you for like making the woman pay for the dinner, you know? Because I would be like, man, they're not gonna do anything about this. Like, they can't go to the police and say I had to pay for my first date and they'll give a shit, you know? Like, that was a brilliant crime idea. And I would have assumed that no one would have ever charged me with anything.
I mean, it was brilliant, but I would have some level of apprehension that I could be doing something that could come back to haunt me. That I could be doing something that could be construed or considered illegal at some point.
Yeah.
I would, I mean, but I have a lot of neurotic thoughts, so that could have, you know... I don't know if I would have made it true.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think it... Honestly, before hearing the story, I don't think it would have made me much more nervous than, like, going 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, you know? Like, it would just feel that non-severe. I'd be like, if anything happens, I'm just gonna have to pay for the date. Like...
Do you go 20 miles over the speed limit?
No, I never do. But I was like, I speed by, like, 4 miles per hour all the time, but it would be more scary than going 4 over. Because I feel less likely to get pulled over at that small of a speed. But if I was 20 over, that seems like that's the right amount.
I got you. That could be sound thinking.
That's.
Anyways, we'll just have to keep our ears to the ground and see what happens to old whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, what was his name?
Nah, I fucking exited out of the article, so we'll never know. But
Pedro.
Old Pedro. Listen here, Pedro. I'm in your corner. I think, hey, maybe a slap on the wrist, maybe some sort of monetary fine, maybe saying, hey, man.
Yeah, like pay them all back.
Yeah, if you're going to go out, if you're going to meet a woman online, say, hey, you're cool, you're beautiful. I want to go out for the steak. I ain't paying for it. It's probably a one-time thing. I'll probably never see you again. I mean, here's the thing. You would have thought, like, if he was he could have got some of these women, like, hey, you know, pay for my meal. And he could have got multiple dates with the same woman, buying them dinner over and over again.
Right.
But maybe he needed the thrill, the chase, the thrill, the hunt, a new woman each time, a new steak each time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, that's juicy.
Whatever now. I got you. Um, let's see. What else we got?
Man.
Moving.
Well,
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh.
By all means.
Yeah, excuse me. I have a
Sure.
topic. I found out that they are building a... Okay, not building. A brothel is opening in Toronto.
Ooh, awesome. I love brothels.
But it is... Who doesn't, right? There's nothing like the feel of like a flesh and blood woman with your body. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree. Yes, there is nothing.
But this brothel does not have sex and blood women. Sex and blood.
Oh no!
Flesh.
Oh no! I mean, I'm into some pretty. I didn't want to go into this, but I'm into some pretty kinky shit, and it don't really work for me without the blood. But
damn, I fucked up this whole. I was gonna land this article so well just now, and then I just fucked it up when I said sex.
Well,
and
try
blood.
it again.
Okay. There's nothing in this world like the feel of a flesh and blood woman against your skin, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, this brothel, my
Yes.
friend, does not have flesh and blood women.
What does it have?
It is a sex doll brothel.
Whoa. My oh my.
Exclusively.
Here's the thing, and I have no shame because I'm a goddamn grown man, and any man can speak to this. Maybe not all men, but it's a majority or some men, whatever the number is. But I'll tell you, when you're a man coming up in this world, you'll fuck just about anything. You'll put your fucking... You'll put your fucking dick in places no one would ever suspect, and things that you'll be ashamed of for the rest of your life. So if
as the great artist Lonely Island once stated, honestly, I'd have sex with a pile of manure.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck a pile of shit, but I came close.
You said anything.
Pretty much, damn near. I came close to a pile of shit. Just about anything. I'm just saying, I could not even... I'll let imaginations run wild, because I won't even say. But whatever a person would think of, it ain't even fucking close. So if a fucking doll's available, I mean, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing. I mean, yeah. As a grown man, do I want to fuck a doll? Not really, but I mean, hell, maybe. It's hard to... it depends where I am in my station in life. I mean, if I happen to be where is this at? If I happen to be in old Toronto and I'm fucking the flesh, the blood and sex, or whatever the fuck you said, is a little too pricey. That's a little too pricey for me. I might head over to the old fucking doll shop and,
the sex doll brothel. But listen, yeah, this is not a place where you go and pay $20 for a sex doll. This is a brothel comprised of sex dolls.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you see the difference?
I totally get the difference.
Yeah, you're not buying your own sex doll and blowing it up. But I don't know if the customer at the sex doll brothel is saving money, Chet.
No? Why not?
The minimum charge.
Okay.
For a time spent at the sex doll brothel is $60.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
I'm guessing that's a short amount of time and some real basic
shit. Wait a minute,
60... Guess what the maximum amount...
Wait a minute, I gotta go back. You pay $60, and that's... What does that get you?
I don't know what it gets you, but there's a range provided of customers will be charged X to X for their time with the dolls. The first X is $60.
Now, is that the quality of doll?
Based on the discrepancy between the first X and the second X, I think it is a low quality experience.
Okay, I got you. I get it.
Because take a stab at what the second X is.
Okay, so we're going from 60, we're probably going to... I don't know, 400.
742.
Now,
dollars
are you gonna?
for time spent with a sex doll that has been used by other
Yeah,
men.
but it's been cleaned.
Or
It's
women.
been cleaned.
Yeah, but you can go buy a brand new sex doll for probably $60 or less, I would hope.
I mean, I don't want to pay $700. Do I get like some VR goggles and there's like some cool video?
See, that's why. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what the differences are. Is like 60 minutes like or $60 like 10 minutes with the shittiest, most used doll that they have, and $742 is like 3 hours with the Shania Twain doll with real life hair, or like what's the deal? Like what could possibly be a nearly $700 difference between your two experiences with a sex doll?
Well, here's my thing as a progressive man. I can't support this. This is taking money out of the pockets of our proud sex workers. This is like a fucking. This is like you go to this is like you go to a grocery store and they have a self checkout aisle. This is bullshit.
All over again.
Yeah, all over. Now they're coming for the sex workers. I'm not down with it. You know, if you want to fuck a doll, whatever, do that on your own time. But if you want to have a good quality sexual experience, it has to be with sex and blood.
With a sex worker.
With a woman, a sex worker, or a man, whatever it happens.
Yeah, whoever.
Whatever happens to be that you enjoy to fuck. Hopefully a living being. You should do that.
Flesh and blood.
Flesh and blood. These dolls, this is not good. This is going to put our sex workers out of business. They have no emotion.
Yeah.
There's no connection. I'm not with it. I mean, fuck. I mean, can't you just go buy one of them fleshlight things?
Yeah, but I guess there's something about having the entire fake inflated woman. I don't know, man. It's some dark shit, and here's what's even darker. At this brothel, there are no humans. So there's no one there physically that is human to take your payment. No one there to take you to your room or to tell you where you're going. There are no humans involved. So some, like, group of, like, 5 people is just making a fuck ton of money off of selling sexual encounters with used sex dolls.
Well, dude, come on. That's too depressing. You'd fucking kill yourself if that was your job. If you had to see these sad motherfuckers that were fucking dolls, I mean, come on. You can't make someone do that job. I mean, I get it. I get why there's no human interaction there. You cannot do that. You got some sad motherfucker coming in at the end of the night. He's fucking hosing that fucking jizz out, and that's it. That's all you're getting. Jesus Christ.
But with charging $742 to sleep with an inflated doll, you'd think he'd be able to pay a few hosts well.
No, it's just there's no money that could be paid for a host. I mean, think about the kind of guys trying to come in there and pay, or women, or whatever.
Yeah, I know. There are some really gross people.
And are going to pay $700 to fuck a doll. I mean, this is heart-wrenching.
You know what?
This is a heart-wrenching thing we're talking about right now. I don't know.
You know what, though?
What?
Listen, I will take that job. I will get paid mediocre money to be the receptionist at the sex doll brothel. And you know why?
Why?
Because I am going to find one of those $742 clients, and I'm going to seduce him and have him marry me because clearly he has a lot of disposable income.
But your problem is he don't like flesh and blood. He's gonna be fucking dolls. He ain't gonna touch you.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry. I'm not.
No, but he might just be fucking dolls because he can't get a woman to touch him. But if I know that he's rich, I'll make it work.
Dude, you can pay a woman $700 to fucking touch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The doll thing is a completely separate fetish.
But maybe he's just so insecure. Like, he's like, what if the prostitute finds me ugly?
No.
And so instead he turns to a doll because or maybe he's not unattractive, but maybe he's really freaky. Like, into such weird shit that he can't bring himself to ask a human woman to engage in it with him.
I don't think he's going to make the doll do it either.
That was the theory, though. These people, because it was like, it's a successful business, because this one in Toronto hadn't really opened yet. It might have by now because it was this month.
Right.
But there's one in Germany that is already opened and like is successful. And they think that part of the reason why it's so successful is because men can act out their crazy ass fantasies without any like social repercussions.
I mean, you can usually find a woman that will do some crazy shit with you, but maybe I see where you're going, because I've read an additional article which is related to these sex dolls, which gets into the real deep dark shit. Like, what kind of dolls can you make, like, ethically to like let people fuck?
Are you saying it's unethical to make sex dolls?
I'm saying it's unethical. Like, what kind of controls are we going to put in place? Can you make a sex doll? Here's the thing I've seen brought up online by people.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah. Can this be used as a therapy for pedophiles? So that opens a big can of worms right there.
Do they mean as in making like a child sex doll?
I mean, I've seen some of these dolls that exist, and they're pretty like small statured already. I mean, they have like cartoonish proportions, so they don't look like anything that's real.
Right.
But I'm just saying, what's to stop that from happening? Okay, let's say that does happen. What do we do with that? Okay, now there's a brothel that has childlike dolls that men fuck. Is that okay? Is that not okay? I mean,
where's the line?
I mean, to be rational, there's nothing wrong with fucking an inanimate object. I mean, as long as it's yours or you're engaged in a transaction that says that's okay. I don't think you should just fuck your go to your parents' house and just start fucking shit. But I did see this brought up, that this could be used as a therapy for pedophiles.
But do they mean therapy as in letting them fuck child sex dolls? Because I don't really know if that's therapeutic. You're not moving them anywhere. You're just finding another outlet for their behavior at that point.
Yeah, I think that's what it's just an outlet for a behavior they are afflicted with, I guess. I don't know. I've just seen...
So that's not therapy.
That is not therapy. That is... I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, there's nothing like rehabilitating about that whatsoever.
Well, I mean... Yeah, I would not be rehabilitation. It would be acting out. Oh man, you're just typing away. Were you?
Sorry, I'm making notes of like highlighting moments from this podcast.
Oh goddamn!
To talk about in the description, and I was hoping that you couldn't hear me typing.
Oh no,
it was a stupid thought.
No, I mean no, it's not stupid. I could hear you. It is what it is. I'm just saying I've seen that topic come up before. Is the whole pedophile type situation. And I don't think we really have any answers for that. I don't know how what you do with those people. I mean, I don't know. You could say all kinds of sick shit about people that fuck dolls. Obviously, they want to fuck something that has no emotion or can give consent or can do anything because it's a fucking doll. So I mean, you could say all these people are sick fucks who are taking pleasure in dolls. But then I'm like, whatever, we're gonna get to a point where like technology is so good, like you're gonna have the fucking virtual reality, you have some fucking robot doll that you fuck and it feels like the fucking real thing. I mean, and what's wrong with that? I mean, whatever, do it.
Yeah, morally, technically nothing
at all. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Probably.
Damn.
Maybe one of these days in the future. I mean, it seems like most technological advances are predicated on sex, so probably come sooner than we think.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts, audience? Do you think the sex doll brothel is a good idea or a bad idea? Do you think it even fucking matters in the grand scheme of things? How much do you think would be an appropriate rate to charge for fucking a sex doll? Do you think that it could be healthy for society or that it could be bad for society? Or that it doesn't fucking matter? Because, like, these people in the article are making an argument that it's good for society because it'll let men who have these dark, violent fantasies act them out with sex dolls instead of with people. But then other people are like, no, it's bad for society because it's creating an even bigger intimacy gap with people because they have all these other objects to interact with, or you know what I'm saying. So anyway, weigh in. Give us your thoughts. Welcome back, Chet.
Hey, man. I'll tell you what, if I have any flaw as a man, it's my bladder. I just fucking... it just is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm back, though. We can just cut this whole
I
part
can think of like 20 different flaws.
of mine?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean...
You're like, if I have one flaw, it's my bladder. And I was like, that's the one you picked.
I mean, I honestly, I'm pretty fucked up, so...
No, I was kidding.
No, I mean, no, but I am. But you don't know, but...
oh, I can tell.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You can usually tell. Okay, let me bring up this article for you. Slightly related, because this guy,
perfect.
I don't know if he'd visit a sex doll brothel or not, but he got a 23-inch sex toy stuck inside himself, and he can't get it out. Doctors are baffled.
I'm sorry, 23 inches?
23-inch sex toy stuck inside.
Where the fuck did he put that?
We know, because if it was down his throat,
that is
he'd
over
be fucking
2
dead.
feet.
That
is 2 feet, 2 inches.
Here's the thing. It doesn't say the entire 23 inches is stuck up his ass. Some of it might still be out of his ass, but they just can't yank it out. Is how I'm reading it.
I hope so, but is there a picture or a diagram? Some kind of measurement?
I'm 23 inches.
Oh, I thought you said 26 earlier. It's less than 2 feet.
23.
1 inch less than 2 feet. Perfect.
So...
I am shook. Because in my mind, it's all in there, and it's like, that would impale you. There's not room for 2 feet of anything.
He had a long and large-sized foreign body in his colon.
What's a foreign body? Yeah, was it an actual dildo, or was it just a foreign object? Who manufactures that?
It says sex toy.
Who manufactures that?
I know you want one, but I have to Google it first to find out. Hold on. Let me go. AdamandEve.com.
Fuck off. Look, you are injuring people, okay? Whoever's behind this.
Listen,
what would your mother think?
You're going to get 33% off your first order here.
Girl, I've already redeemed that.
Oh, well, god damn it. 23-inch sex toy. Let me just try with this search. See if anything comes up. Okay.
Yeah, read the description. Let me know.
Hold on. I don't think this is 23 inches. This is...
23 or bust.
The biggest they got is 10 inches. 10 inches tall, 2 inches wide, 100% huge, is what it says.
I don't know which is more appalling, the measurements or the description.
100% huge. There is a... No, I'm not going to read that. That's...
Okay, but their biggest option is less than half the size of this option.
That seems to bring...
I need to bring to Jesus whoever the fuck manufactures that bitch.
Here, I gotta type... Let me just type it into Google and not go to Adam and Eve. It's 23-inch long dildo. This is risky business, I'm talking.
I'm pissed.
Okay, let's see Amazon.
Okay. I looked up black people meat. So
that's true.
Of course it's Amazon.
Okay, there's a 22-inch extreme double dong flesh dildo.
Oh, but that's a double.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it means double as...
I mean, that's still huge. But...
On each end, there's a cockhead, but it's one long piece.
Oh, okay.
If you get what I'm saying, this may be what he was using. Have you ever seen the movie Requiem of a Dream? There's a great scene where they're going ass to ass, and anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember that scene? I think they may have been using
Requiem for a Dream.
Well, of a dream, for a dream. We all
potato.
Well, actually you said it correctly, so I'm man enough to accept that. But Anyways, if you've seen that film, I think this is what they're using, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's probably what
Well,
he was.
that's
He could have been going
That's outrageous, but they're still only taking like 12 each, or no, 11 each.
But he could have
as
been going
opposed to 23.
Here's my working theory. He's going to ass with a partner, okay? And
okay.
maybe the one partner's like anus rejected the dildo and it just kind of
shoved it.
Yeah, when they went for the thrust, it shoved it up the other guy all the way up there up into his colon. This is because I don't know what else is going to be 23 inches long. It seems like
yeah, it's got to be that.
It's got to be.
Even 12 inches is giant. All of this is dangerous.
No,
I don't
no,
understand.
No.
I don't.
Come on, dude. We watched a man get fucked to death by a horse.
We did. We watched that happen.
So, I mean, there's no...
Horrific.
It was horrific. So there's no limit to what a person will take. I mean, there's a limit.
It's just you'll die afterwards.
And you'll die or have to go to the hospital and have to remove a fucking 22-inch double-ended...
I just keep imagining a giant fake dick, like, puncturing all my insides, and I can't move on.
I'm not picturing any of this, thankfully.
It's terrible.
It sounds like terrible. It sounds like a terrible thing.
It sounds like terrible.
It sounds like terrible to me. Here's a, you know what, to me, let me be, you know, it may be, we don't know, it could be pleasurable, we don't know. Or it probably was at some point, you know what I mean? Oh, a little more. I'm loving it.
Yeah, for the first
and then
5 inches.
Yeah, you take that first 5, but then you're like, fuck, 5's good. What the hell could 10 be? That must be bliss. And then you get to 10, you're like, you know what? That kind of hurts a little bit, but you're like, kind of feels good still. Then you're like, maybe 20. And then you go to 20, now you got to go to the ER. Now you got to go to the doctor.
Yep. You took it too far.
Now you got this your asshole's clamped down on this thing. You can't get it out. I don't know.
Yeah, so this leads me to a question.
Yeah.
How did this guy in the article get to the hospital?
How did he get to the hospital?
Like, was he walking?
He did not.
Are you walking with a giant dildo shoved up your ass?
No, you're not.
Well, then, did someone... He can't, like, sit, probably, to go anywhere, so is he just laying across the backseat of a car, and then they brought out a stretcher and, like, rolled him in with this dildo sticking out his ass, like, for everyone to see?
I'm going to assume... Okay, let me actually give you some...
Did someone carry him?
Let me give you some details from the article. It says, the unnamed...
Thank you, please.
The unnamed man had been attempting to remove the toy for 24 hours before seeking medical assistance. So for a fucking day, this guy knew he was in a bad fucking situation. He had gotten himself in a bad spot. He was obviously diligently trying to get rid of this thing. I mean, could you imagine the panic you would be in if you had 23 inches disappear into your abdomen?
Inside of you, and you can't remove it? Oh my fucking god.
Dude, here's the thing. I'm going to be on, like, my ego would go away pretty quick. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to the fucking hospital. I got this thing stuck up. I'm stuck up everything.
I don't know, man. I'm easily humiliated. I might have gone as long as him trying to do it myself.
Okay, here's the thing. Do you have a close enough friend that you would have called over to try to dig that thing out for you?
Yeah, well, no, not because they're not close enough, but because at that point I'm like, if they would accidentally injure me on the execution,
that's true.
It's not worth it.
I did not even consider that.
Because, like, I trust myself. I can control what's going on.
Right.
I can feel what's going on in my body. But if a second party's going to do it, they should be a professional.
That's very true. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, you don't want anyone else dealing with that. Let's see what else I can find. He once he went to the hospital, he told doctors he was suffering from mild abdominal pain, but had no other symptoms. So it was just mild. It wasn't like he was in fucking... I'm
a little uncomfortable. Yeah, you have 23 inches of dildo up your asshole. Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable.
They used some snares and some forceps to try to get it out, but due to the smoothness and the size of the object, they cannot get a grip on it to pull it out. Baffled, the doctors had to invent a new method of removal. They they threaded. Oh Jesus Christ! What?
Is it gonna be? Wait, can I
All right,
theorize?
go ahead.
Is it like a large professional medical grade version of like a corkscrew?
No, Jesus Christ! Why would you think of that? Why? 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 They they threaded.
I just figured that would work. You screw in the corkscrew and you grab the handle and you just pull. You just give it hell.
Now, to me, I don't know how they did this. I'm trying to imagine this in my head, but what they did was they threaded a piece of wire through a catheter, so through, I guess, like a sheath of plastic up his ass, and they had a noose. They had a noose, like a noose, a loop on the end. So they basically had to like lasso.
They lassoed this motherfucker.
Get it tight, cinch that lasso down, and then they yank that fucker out. They were all able to do it one day.
Can you imagine how it would feel to have 23 inches of dildo pulled out of you?
No, I couldn't, honestly.
Like, insertion is one thing, but removal is a whole different beast.
I mean, I've taken some pretty massive shits before. I don't know if it'd feel anything like that, but it's the closest I would have.
23 inches, though. It just continues to be pulled out of you.
I don't know.
Because your poops are like, what, maybe a few inches at best.
I mean, I think I've had some 5 inch...
Like 4 or 5
inches in there in my day.
Yeah. But, okay, take that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Take that times, like 5, dude.
Multiplication. Dude, I don't...
Yeah, I can't.
You shouldn't feel this. This isn't... No, it's a... this is an accident. This is not something you would ever... Well, maybe you would... Hey, I don't want to... Hey, if anyone's into fucking colon play or abdominal play or whatever the fuck you call this when you're sticking shit all the way up there, you're into that. Like, fucking bless ya. I'm fucking for it. I support it. Game. I'm not gonna do it. But I'm down with it. I mean, if you're into that shit, go for it. Have fun. Be safe.
Yeah.
Definitely get consent before you're going up to into someone's fucking colon.
Always.
And, play ball.
Yeah, it's not fun when you get a colon surprise.
And if you happen to be playing by yourself, be very careful. You make sure, like, I would say maybe tie one end to a fucking rope and tie that to, like, the fucking wall or something, to the door, it should maybe.
Be like a tampon where it has, like, a removal
cord. A string. You have a removal string there, so you can pull that sucker out. Because if you get in there, you're gonna have to go to the doctor.
Yep.
And
that's embarrassing and costly.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't even have insurance. Imagine my ass if I had to go in there. They're like, "Fuck, you ain't got insurance, buddy."
Here's a corkscrew. Good luck.
Like, fucking whatever, buddy. You're on Medicaid. Oh, fuck. We're gonna try to blow it out of there with a fucking M80 or something.
I was picturing just like them putting a hose around your mouth and just blowing a lot of air, and then it would just come out the other end.
Or that. They would try that, like a fucking cartoon. They're like, let's go blow it out. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. That guy, bless him. I hope it was worth it. I hope it felt good. I hope it didn't feel too bad. I hope the shame... I mean, you don't have anything to be embarrassed about. Who knew about it? The doctor, the nurse, the lady at the front desk.
And now the entire world.
Well, they didn't name them, so nobody knows.
That's true.
Who it was. I mean, man, I hope it was... Imagine if it was a fucking celebrity. I don't know.
Ooh, dude. Like Ryan Reynolds.
Some guy...
Ryan,
some celebrity
did.
Some celebrity put a gerbil up his ass. I don't know who that was, but that's an urban legend.
Oh, what the urban legend is that it was Ozzy Osbourne, isn't it?
Good enough for me. Seems like the type. I don't know why you'd want a gerbil up. What would that offer you? What in pleasure? Maybe, I don't know.
I think maybe they like the fact that there's something moving around in there.
True. Can't disagree with that.
I mean, it doesn't sound fun to me, but that's like, I can't think of anything else that would be appealing about it specifically.
Seemed fun to me once in 4th grade, but
a gerbil.
Well, I have no idea. I
I
didn't take it any further. But fuck a gerbil. I put a fucking little. I'm like, hey, here's a little hemorrhoidal medicine. Crawl up there, fucking spread it around.
Oh my.
Then you come
my
out.
Mom won't
we
do
hang
it
out
anymore. So if you could help me.
My mom, like. Now I have to go to my mom. I'm like, can you get this out of my ass? She's like, what is that? It looks like a gerbil's tail. I'm like, I just yank on it. He's stuck. I was trying to get the medicine. It's not,
oh my god.
It's not good. Wow. Dude, did you know that in Paris they now have public urinals?
What?
Yeah, they look like mailboxes.
I mean, most urinals are public. Oh, it's like out in the public.
Yeah, out in the public. You just walk up to them and piss in them. They look like a mailbox.
And whip your dick out? Okay, I have some beef here. I have 2 pieces of beef.
Okay, what are your pieces of beef?
Okay, so my first piece of beef is there's no chance for gender equality. Well, not gender, sex equality there, because I can't just whip my dick out as a person who doesn't have one. So like,
some women have dicks.
How come men get to pee out in public? I said as a person who doesn't have one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, you know, you're a large majority who you're not gonna you don't I have no justice. Yeah. I'm fucking American. We don't have these, so I'm not gonna defend fucking France and fucking Paris for their public urinals. I don't know what the deal is. I think if we got public urinals, we should have public fucking squatty holes for women.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you get to piss outside, so do I, bitch. And then here's my second piece of beef.
Yeah, tell me.
Like, I guess I don't know if this is true in France, but in the United States, like, indecent exposure, like, that would be that, and you could land on a sex offender list for whipping your dick out in public. So why is it suddenly like, oh, let's make you whip your dick out in public to piss?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think they have them specifically near children or anything. I think they just have them in...
No, but even so, indecent exposure is to anyone. Like, if I saw you on the street and we're both adults, if I see your dick out, that's still indecent exposure.
But I think if you use it correctly, it should minimize the dick viewability. You should not... Yeah. If a man is utilizing the public urinal in a correct way, you should not see a dick. But you could, because nothing's 100%.
But it's still a more of a possibility than if the dick wasn't out. And once again, we get into the issue of a man being able to get out his genitals in public, but not a woman.
Well, I think a woman should be able to. I fucking would praise the world if women just got their genitals out. I would.
I'd love to see a woman get her genitals out in public.
Not in a sexual sense, just in the sense like, yeah, you should be free like a man. Because I pissed on a lot of trees when I was a kid. Or just pissed in my swimming pool, just pissed wherever I want. I just whipped that thing out. And at the time, I was a small child.
It felt good to have the wind against your dick.
Huh?
I bet it felt good to have the wind against your dick. I'll never know.
It's a hell of a feeling. You'll never know. But I wish I didn't know at the time as a young child, as a young man, as a young boy, that girls and women did not have this opportunity. And I believe they should. If you want to fucking, and I'm with you. I'm 100%. I've been out in public with friends and they've been like, I've got to take a piss. I was like, go into that alley, fucking squat. I'll watch it. I won't let anyone come back here. And they go back there and they piss, and then the piss comes running down the alley, and I'm like, well, good job. I was like,
good job.
I'm like, how did you do it without getting any on your ankles? That's impressive. It just seems like it would splatter. Hell, oh my God. It's hard not even to splatter on myself, and I've got some clearance issues, so.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was talking to a guy friend of mine, and we were talking about the fucking little dick holes they have in the underwear. You know, men's underwear, how they have those fucking little holes.
Yeah.
You're supposed to pull your
Yep.
dick out. My friend was talking about. He's a grown man. He's my age, and he still doesn't use the dick hole. He wears briefs. He's a brief guy, so he doesn't pull his. He still pulls the fucking it down from the waistband to pull the dick out. And we were discussing this. He's like, "Do you use that fucking dick hole?" And I was like, "Well, I wear boxers, so with boxers, it's a lot easier to use the hole because it's not compressed to your body, so it's easier." But if I did wear briefs, or if I did wear the fucking what are those other things, fucking underwear, I wouldn't use that fucking thing. That sounds like I never got it. Never used it when I was a kid.
That'd be a whole ordeal.
And you want to, that's something men have to deal with, not women. But it's a whole ordeal. You got to like fucking peel this thing back. You got to peel the other thing back.
Yeah, you got to like thread that. Then you got to like there.
Yeah, and then you got to like fucking snake this thing out. And it's like, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean.
Let's pull it out over the top.
Yeah, just pull it out over the top. That's so much easier. But I mean, I would feel kind of
so much easier.
I'd feel kind of stupid pulling it out over the top. I don't have to do that because I wear boxers, so not a problem. But for these other grown men or they're wearing other things, I don't know why you'd ever wear these other things. This constrain you, and you get all sweaty and nasty, you get all swampy and bullshit. But whatever, to each their own.
Oh my god, swampy.
You're telling me you don't. I mean, you.
Yeah, but maybe they don't like their dick just flopping around.
Why not?
I mean, I feel like, okay, I don't have external genitals, but to me, I feel like I would feel more vulnerable that way. Like, if I know that it's tucked up in a certain spot and it's not going to get hurt, like, I can feel safe going about my day.
But
if it's just hanging.
If anyone's coming after my dick, please. I mean, I'm thankful.
No, I'm like, that thing could, like, I could accidentally sit on it, or it could get squished between my legs, or I don't know. I just like knowing where it's at and knowing that it's staying there.
I mean, I'm aware of its location. I'm not losing. I very rarely lose track of it, but I'm usually pretty damn sure where he happens to be at any given moment in time. But I don't know. Maybe I sweat a lot. I don't know what it is, but it always just seemed like too much. And what brought that up was he posted on Facebook. He's like, does anyone use these fucking holes? And everyone else was like, well, of course we do. And he's like, well, I don't. And I was like, well, hell, if I did wear that shit, I wouldn't use it because I don't get it. I don't understand it either. But
it's a pain in the ass. Yep.
That is what it is. That's something you will never know about.
Yeah, I'll never get to know.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I get it. Listen, vaginas are very difficult pieces of anatomy, and there's a lot going on there, and a lot to maintain, and a lot to take care of, and I get it. I'm 100%. That is a tough, not in a bad way, it's a
big task.
But a task, and hats off to everyone that has to deal with that. But an external genitalia also has its negatives. I'm just saying. It's
totally. They're more.
It's vulnerable. The thing can get fucking smacked around. You can fucking fall on it. Mm-hmm. Shit can fucking fall off. Get blown off. I don't know. All these negative.
People can bite it.
Oh god damn! That'd be rude. Unless you're doing something rude and then you deserve it, but you should. Whatever. I'm just saying, there's negatives to it as well. I mean, anyone who has a piece of genitalia knows that there's pluses and minuses that come with them. Or hell, I mean, if you're of that persuasion, you can go ahead and get rid of them and not deal with the thing at all.
That'd be handy.
Yeah, sometimes I think, Jesus Christ, wouldn't it be better just not to deal with this at all? But then sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know, that'd be depressing. But then I'm like, oh, some people don't have those, and
yeah, because I like it so much.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a catch-22. You're like, I don't. It's a curse we're born with. Most of us, anyways. A majority of people. Some people aren't, but.
Yeah, some are.
I don't know. It's just. Anyways, they're just pissing in public here in France and Paris. Some people are upset about it, so I don't know if they've gotten rid of them yet or not. But some people, there's a movement against these. I don't think people are really into the public urinals, to be honest.
I want to know, like, why'd they do it?
I think they said they're putting it in very congested areas where there's a lot of foot traffic and men are having issues pissing. So they're putting them out in the public.
Well, what about the women with issues pissing? This is unfair. I mean, I guess maybe the men will reduce the traffic in other bathrooms.
Women just have to hold it. Here's the thing. I think let me try to phrase this in a more legitimate way. I think the idea here is, and I'm not defending this idea, I'm just saying I think this is the idea. The idea is if a man has to piss, okay, and he's in a congested area where he can't get to an area to piss, rather than piss himself, since he has the ability and privilege to do this, will whip his dick out and just piss anywhere. He'll go piss behind a garbage can, he'll go piss in the alley, he'll try to find somewhere to piss. Yeah. And I think what they're saying is, okay, let's put a fucking public urinal out and just let him piss in that instead of pissing in the alley. And then some fucking kid walks through the alley and you're pissing. You're like, oh, fuck, I'm just pissing. I'm not, get out of here, kid. And then the kid's like, that guy has his fucking dick out. And next thing you know, you're in fucking prison.
That's fair.
I don't know. I'm just assuming that's what the reason is.
That makes sense to me.
I could read the article. But I think my critical thinking skills are good enough to say, hey.
Yeah, and I was, you know what? I kind of thought that as well. That's the only thing that really makes any sense to me, so I'm with you on that.
I don't know. Yeah, they also have some composting material in this urinal to keep the odors down. And on top of it is a small flower garden to beautify the public spaces. So, I mean, there's on top of the urinal, there's a flower garden.
Look at that cute outdoor urinal with flowers on it.
So, naturally negates the urine smell.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling thoroughly inspired after that, I think. On that note of inspiration, do you think it's about time to say goodnight?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining in with us.
Oh, wait, is that the end?
Yeah, you said yes. I was like, do you think this is a good point to say goodnight? And you were like, yes.
No, you cut out, so I couldn't hear anything. Oh. So I was saying yes, as in you have something to say. Oh my God, I was taken aback. I was like, well, fuck, okay, I guess I'll just shut the fuck up then.
Fuck myself then.
Yeah. Well, fuck me. I'm almost out of vodka here. Goddamn. All right, well, hey, guys. We'll see you next week. Hey, next week we got some new shit we're going to talk about. We got some new categories. We got something called Binge and Purge. We're going to talk about TV shows or movies we've been binging. What else? We got Binge and Purge. We got all kinds of surprises coming up for you. But what you really need to do is hit us up on all the social media. Hit us up on our Facebook page, our YouTube page. Hit us up on Podbean. Hit us up everywhere. Let us know what you think, what you want us to talk about, what you don't want us to talk about, what you like, what you don't like. Because we're here to please you. We're here to please you, not us. So we'll see you next Monday. Because it's going to be every Monday. A new episode's going to come up. So we'll see you next Monday, guys. Bye.